guys, I'm back again with another story. This one is a shorter one. I've been hearing that some of mine are kind of long, which is true. Sorry about that, but I'd like to add a few extra words here and there and show you pictures, etc. But today I found a short book, okay? It's called Harriet and the Roller Coaster, and I chose it for two reasons. One, because it's short, like I said, and two, because I thought you'd like it. I enjoyed it when you girls, when your moms were little girls, and we were just at Disney World, weren't we? And some of us, not all of us, rode on roller coasters. All right, this is a book, and I'm going to show you. It says Harriet and the roller coaster. This is Harriet. She's a girl bear. She has an ice cream cone, and this is George, one of her classmates. They're in school together, okay? And I guess they're friends. Okay. Now, let me show you a picture. The first page, it says Lassie Lower School. That means it's a grade school or elementary school, like where Marcus goes to school. They have kindergarten and the other grades. And or not all of them, but several students are talking after school. And you can tell this is not a school where people go. It's an animal school. Okay, so that gives you an idea what this book is going to be like. This is George, and this is Harriet, and those are some of their friends. On the last day of school, Harriet's whole class was going to the amusement park. Everyone looked forward to that day. It was like a field trip to a park that's sort of like Disney World, but much smaller, like a fair or something, like where it had rides and games and cotton candy and stuff like that, but just a smaller scale than Disney. And here's George. You can see he's talking kind of excitedly to Harriet and her friends. And he says, I'm going to ride on the big roller coaster. He specifically told Harriet, it's so big, you can't even see the top. I know because my big sister told me. And then George said, I think that it goes so fast that if you don't hold on, you'll fall right out. Ooh, that doesn't sound very good. So he's talking, and Harriet's thinking in her head what he just said. And she's picturing a roller coaster ride that goes straight up, and George is in the car, and where's Harriet? She's falling out. That doesn't look very safe, does it? Well, George says, I bet you're too scared to ride the roller coaster. You'd probably start crying. And he points right at her when he says that. Well, what do you think Harriet says? She says, I'm not scared. I'll ride on your old roller coaster. You just wait and see. She kind of feels like he's picking on her. And so she tells him, I'll do it. Well, that night Harriet didn't sleep very well. There she is in bed. She's dreaming about things that are kind of scary. Yeah, she's a little more scared than she let George know. And the next morning, when it was time to get on the bus for the amusement park, she felt a little sick. Why was that? Because she was a little nervous, right? See you on the roller coaster, said George, if you don't chicken out. Here he is talking to Harriet. That's George. And as soon as they got to the amusement park, George said, come on, Harriet, let's go get our tickets for the roller coaster. Unless you're too scared. There they are. He's pointing to the ticket booth. Harriet to the ticket booth, and there's a dog with glasses in there that's going to sell them tickets. And Harriet says again, I am not scared. Good, said George, then let's hurry up. So there they are buying their tickets in line. And there's George hurrying her away from the ticket booth and over to the ride. What do you think of that, George? Is he being very nice? He's kind of being a bully, isn't he? I don't like that. Well, they got over to the roller coaster, and then Harriet took a good look at it. There she could see people climbing up the steps to get in the cars. She saw the ride goes whoop-de-loop-de-loop. Oh dear, she thought inside. She didn't say anything, but she was thinking it. And George said out loud, oh boy, like he's all excited. And as they get in line, that's Harriet right there, they see other kids going up to get on. Here's the man in charge to get them in the cars to go for the ride. This one turns around and wants to leave. Like, no way, I'm not getting on that ride. George is like, I can't wait. And he and Harriet look up and see the car whizzing off, getting started on the ride. Remember how that worked? You get in and then it takes off. But you have to put your seatbelt on first. Back when Harriet was thinking about falling out, nowadays you always wear a seatbelt, don't you? Well, here they are. We're next, says George. And they start walking up the stairs to get on. Harriet's like, oh, I don't know. And look at this car. Look at the kids getting out. This one looks like, whoa, like dizzy. This one is upside down and can't look. And it's shaking. And this one looks like it's going to be sick. Draping over the side. And that old George won't give up. He hasn't given up yet. There's still time for you to chicken out, he says. He just likes to pick on her. There he is. There's Harriet, and there's another dog that's got on the ride with them. And the car gets ready to take off. And George says, here we go, Harriet. You're going to be so scared. He's all excited, and look at Harriet. If you can see, there's little drops of sweat coming from poor Harriet. She's scared. The roller coaster went up high and higher, and Harriet had never been so high. Look at, even a bird is flying in amazement to see how high they were going. This is great, said George. And if you look, you can still see Harriet sweating and worrying and thinking, I don't know if I should have done this. George is all excited. But guess what's going to happen? They get over to the top and then whoosh, down. Remember how roller coasters go down really fast? Once they got over the top, things changed a little bit. Hey, said Harriet, this isn't so bad. George said, ooh. Look at Harriet, looks pretty calm, but look at George. Yikes. I like it, said Harriet. Help, said George. And there they are riding around the roller coaster loops. George is not too thrilled. Yippee, yelled Harriet. She's having fun. George says, Mommy! In the car, and you can tell that George is not looking too happy. And when they got to the stop and the ride ended, Harriet says, is it over already? Look at, she's like smiling and happy. Look at George. He's hanging over the side like, oh, I'm going again. That was fun, says Harriet. Here she is. She's going to buy another ticket. But look at George. He's like shaking. You could see his legs and everything. He says, I better sit down. And so Harriet rode the roller coaster all day long. She got an ice cream cone. She was having so much fun. Where was George? While she rode the roller coaster, George sat quietly on a bench. What do you think he was thinking? Do you think he learned a lesson? He was really giving her a hard time, wasn't he? But then he was the one that was scared. Talk to your moms and dads and think what that lesson was that George learned. Hopefully he learned a good lesson and was always nice to Harriet and everyone else and never was a bully again. I hope so. Love you guys. See ya.